when we started gathering, a friend introduced me into gathering. He told me, Pasi, before mambo ikuwe poa. Yes, naenda na chapa injili. Lakini ikuja nimepewa 1000. 1000 itapeleka wapi? Sasa hiyo tumeingia kwa madeni, my wife needs to it, we need to pay the house. I found myself in gathering. I'm a pastor. I'm gathering as a pastor.
Kwanza natoka kwa altar.
Natoka kwa altar. Anaangalia kama kapet. Kama kapet kameliana. I'm a pastor. But you see, things, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I have to gabble for the sake of my family to eat.
Kamwambia I'm pregnant. Naambia mchezo zingine mimi sitakangi. Sasa niko na stress ya pesa wananiambia uko.
Naleta mchezo kwa crowd wewe.
Uko na mimba umetoa wapi? Namuuliza kwani ninakuwa kwa nani?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending with where you are watching us from. Yes, I know we have quite a number of followers, Ule Diaspora. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for your support. We always feel excited having you here, and thank you so much for choosing to watch this lovely show. Yes, and I've always said this show is not a monologue show. So kindly, as you continue with our conversations, we would also love to get your feedback. Tell us, what are you learning from these stories as we are bringing these couples to share their love journey with us. So kindly make sure that you type there and let us know what you're learning. We can also know where you are watching us from. Welcome to Couples Will Show. This is where we write down our love while we are alive. For we don't want love stories to be read when we are 6 feet under. Neither do we want our love stories to be read when we are gone. And I'm your host, Willie Kinyash. I'm a Dr. Love, and out there they call me the Undisputed. Yes, we are doing it again, and we are coming to you live from Maxland Hotel in Juja. Yes, Maxland Hotel they have the best facility you can ever imagine. Imagine coming to this place after eating their yummy food, then you can go relax at their swimming pool, and they have such lovely rooms. Some of you can come and spend that night with your loved ones. If you come here, you will definitely love it. Yes, and I am having the Prospers. They have become prosperous. And so as we get to listen to their story now in marriage, it is not like the way it was when they were beginning. Now they are prosperous, as their name suggests, the prosperous. And so we are picking it from where we stopped last time. But before then, I want to give them an opportunity to say hi to you. And if you didn't watch the first episode and the second episode, kindly go back there and watch those 2 episodes so that you're able to connect with what we are talking about. The prosperous people.
Thank you.
Karibuni sana. Maybe there's someone who is watching this episode for the first time. So they didn't watch the first episode, the second episode, but they're watching this episode. So they have no idea who are these people. Say hi to them and introduce yourself.
Also, we are the Prospers. We are pastors. We are the senior pastors of Believers Walk of Faith Church Speaker, which is under the able leadership of Bishop Tomochori, who has a church. Our main church is in Tasia, in Bakasi. So my name is Pastor Patrick Prosper. And we also have a ministry called Singles for Christ Network. We have a heart for the singles where we teach them how you approach marriage in a godly way. Yeah.
Thank you. And your lovely wife?
So I'm Pastor Grace Prosper, married to one handsome male, Pastor Patrick Prosper, blessed with one beautiful daughter, Kathleen Ogoy, and it's an honor having you listen to us today.
Wow, thank you so much. And very important, mentioning that you're married to a male. You know, nowadays people are getting married to all kind of things.
Yes.
So it is very important.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
And so we have listened to your story. We have laughed, and at the same time we have cried.
Yes.
Because you guys have come from far, and for sure, you guys are people of faith. You're people of faith. It is faith that has brought you this far.
Yeah, sure.
And from where we stopped last Friday, after the wedding, you came back to Vika.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you say that you are living in a grave.
Yeah.
How can a house be a grave?
Oh, it was a good house when we came in. You know, we were that excited. Oh, now we're in town, we're in Thika, and then all of a sudden, things turns out against our expectations. We entered in that house. We had given a friend 10,000. He pays deposit and now the rent, and then we have 20,000. We have sent 10,000 zimebaki 10 with my wife. So when we come, ilikuwa 14th of April, tumeka kama I think 5 days nyumbani. So tukikuja lazima tujipange juu ya next month.
Yeah.
So ile 10,000 tuchukue 5,000 tufanye nini? Tulipe nyumba next month.
Okay.
Ndio tusikule. So we have paid only for 1 month. Ile rafiki yetu alitutafutia nyumba. Sisi hatu kujitafutia, ni alitutafutia. Juu tulikuwa tumemwambia tafuta nyumba hii budget ya 5,000. Na usipitishe hapo. So ametafutia nyumba, tumekuja after kuingia that day, the following day we paid 5,000. Ya ile 10,000 tumebaki nayo. So kulipa 5,000 tumebaki na 5,000. We don't have jobs. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. So we're just in the house, and then the following day after paying, tunafanya shopping ile normal ya nyumba. Tunatumia 2,000, tunabaki na 3,000. So 3,000 ndio tumeanza sasa na maisha na my wife. So she is not working, I'm not working. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. Our friends are working. Now the reality has now knocked. Hey! So tukaanza the first week tunakula 100 choani, 100 choani, 100. Juu tunataka hii 3,000 before sasa mambo ikuwe vizuri, tukao tunajua the way forward. So that is in 2018. So things zinaendelea vizuri. 3,000 inakuja inafanya nini? Naisha. Tufanye nini mtu wa Mungu?
Tell me.
It's a sad story. I don't know if I will mention here because it was so frustrating. Now the reality hits. We don't have money. So what will we do? We're in the house with my wife. What I did, a friend introduced me to a business. A gaboring.
Yeah.
We gabbled. Oh Jesus. I started gabbling with these betting sites.
Yeah.
I don't love to remember that because it was not easy for us. We have gotten married. Now, what do? We started gabbling. A friend introduced me into gabbling. He told me, Pasi, before mambo ikuwe poa. Yes, naenda na chapa injiri. Lakini ikuja nimepewa 1,000. 1,000 itapeleka wapi? Sasa hiyo tumeingia kwa madeni, my wife needs to eat, we need to pay the house. I found myself in gabbling. I'm a pastor. I'm gabbling as a pastor.
Kwanza natoka kwa altar.
Anaangalia kama kapera. Kama kapet kameliana. I'm a pastor. But you see, things, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I have to gabble for the sake of my family to eat. You see? I had to go out of the way.
Are you winning? Are you winning?
Look, I approached gabbling in another way. I did it in a very different way. So what I did, I was analyzing games and I was selling the games to people. I've sold to people in America, I've sold to people in Nigeria. I was making money. Every day I was making 20,000. Yeah, I was.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, I approached it in a very professional way. I started, yes, I became a governor. I know God forgive me. I was not doing this.
You're forgiven. You're forgiven.
Do you know I've never shared this with anyone?
Wow.
No one knows about what I'm saying. Do you know the way I was preaching and the way the power of God was moving? No one knew this guy is a gabber after this. So I approached it in a different way. You know that time before Sport Pesa was sent out of the nation? Sport Pesa gave me money. I had like over 200 clients.
You see, like he would say, I have these games and I'm sure alikuwa anawaambia hizi ni sure bet. So pay me 5,000 and then send the games to you.
So wewe unajua hii mchezo inachezwa wewe.
Tunauza na yeye.
Mnacheza kamari pamoja.
Tunauza na my wife. Si tuko kwa nyumba. Tushaoa, tuko kwa nyumba. Mimi nikitiwa weekend naenda na chapa injili. Monday to Friday tunafanya nini?
Una kamari.
Tunauza mipira bana.
Watu wanatuma pesa unawatumia yake.
Guys,
Wakati mwingine zinaingia,
dollars,
wakati mwingine zikianguka ile matusi unapokea.
That's how our story began.
But can I even shock you? Hata ukiangalia hizo mambo zote, hizo pesa za betting. You see the way he was getting a lot of money. 5,000, 20,000, 10,000. But I'm telling you, hakuna kitu tununua kwa nyumba. Like you buy a seat to say this seat is from that money.
So what are you doing with that money?
I don't know.
And we were not taking alcohol or anything.
I don't know.
So zilikuwa zilienda wapi?
Hatujui.
We have never known even today.
What do you mean?
Yes. We didn't buy something.
We did that job secretly for 2 years.
For 2 years.
2018 and 2019.
If people would ask me, hey, na bwana wako anashindana akifanya nini kwa nyumba? Mwambia he's doing online jobs, online IT. Like, hata I remember another man kwa plot aliniambia, hey, ask your husband to teach me. I am very interested. No, I was like, atamfunza nini? Atamfunza nini?
Our story began from there.
Yes. We have paid for that. That gambling, we have paid for it.
I'm telling you the truth. Okay, it's an experience God was teaching us without our knowledge. Because things were so hard for us, we don't know what to do, we don't know whom to learn to. Things were too hard for us. And now when a friend introduced me to gambling, we started selling games with my wife, doing that. Now, without our knowledge, we fell into that deception. You see? We're still pastors, we're still preaching. Actually, I had a ministry called God Carriers Ministers. I would do conferences around. Naenda tent meeting nafanya na nikimaliza service natumia watu mipira, napata watu wa Nigeria, I'm telling you, I've sold games to many people. Sold games. Sijui ni wapi sijauza kwa hii dunia. Nimeuzia watu mipira wengi sana. I would connect with Kisii, Nigeria, Somali. Watu nilikuwa nawauzia mipira sana. So we started making money from there. And no one knows what we do in town because we're still preaching. But you see, the preaching money will not sustain the 2 years.
Yeah.
You see? So tumefika hapa 2018. And then we took a bad route without our knowledge. Not even about money. We were not guided. Because after getting married, we disconnected with our best couple.
Even before heading there, I remember kuna mahali mipira ilifika ikakataa kufunction. And then he also felt guilty of what he was doing.
Yeah.
So ile wakati alichoka kufanya hivyo, God opened a door for me and I got a job.
She got a job.
So ile wakati huyu alifikia, no, I can't, I am doing the bad thing, so I cannot.
Actually, the Lord sent a man of God to me.
Yes.
He told me, he's a friend, what you're doing is not godly. Me, I didn't know. Because for me, it was a way of earning a living.
You had shared with this man of God, or
he's a friend. He's a friend. Juu hata yeye kuna wakati amegongwa na maisha sana na inamsaidia sana. Kwanza hata ninamwenroll na yeye anaanza kuuza mipira, anaanza kumake dough. So jamaa ameenda mahali amesikiza sijui ni apostle mgani, William Kimani. Apostle William Kimani was teaching about gambling as a sin. And then anaenda anasikiza vizuri, anakuja ananiambia, mtu wa Mungu, hii mambo tunafanyanga sana. Hii ni dhambi bana. Hatuwezi hubiri tukifanya hii mambo. You know, I was like, Jesus, I've been doing this for 2 years. It's a sin. Wow. Saa hiyo nakwambia, you know, if there's something my life and my ministry that has kept my ministry is the mercies of God. Because I'm a man that have fallen in many errors without my knowledge. You see? So, I don't know how God used me because mimi nilikuwa nauza mipira. Nikienda neema ya Mungu inatembea bana. Nguvu za Mungu zinatembea, watu wanagombolewa. You see? Nikirudi nyumbani nauliza my wife, ni watu wangapi leo wamenunua mipira? Aniambia watu 10 leo, tuko na ngiri 10. Namwambia basi. You see? So before now we got into that, there's an error we made on the way without our knowledge. So we didn't seek advice in terms of contraceptives.
That's why I was cutting short. Sorry. I got a job after alishindwa na hizo mambo za mpira. I got a job in Thika town ya M-Pesa. So I worked for 2 months, but mwezi ya pili haikuisha. Nilikuwa nimepewa job na rafiki yake.
Rafiki yangu.
So I was being paid on date 5. But date 4 in the morning gas yangu ikaisha. So nikasema sasa nimeacha mzee. Nimemwacha kwa nyumba bila gas, bila food. So I would feel very bad. So hiyo jioni nikaambia huyo boss, nikamwambia mi gas yangu iisha. Na juni kesho utabidi unisort, unilipe tu leo. Na I guess kwa nilipa 8,000, hata sikubukangi, akanipatia pesa 8. Akanipatia pesa yangu. Do you know what happened the next day? M-Pesa iliibiwa pesa. Yes. M-Pesa ilikuja the following day. Hii sasa yenye siku yenye alikuwa anapaswa kunilipa. Unasikia amenilipa jana. So hii siku yenye the following day he was supposed to pay me money. Ikaibiwa. Venye ilibiwa, I don't know the tricks, Germany witchcraft. To just leave the shop iko imefunguliwa, box ya pesa ikiwa hivyo, pesa unaekelea simu. I don't know what really happened, and they managed to carry 65,000. So I would not convince the boss it was not my plan, because I was supposed to pay you today, but you told me to pay you yesterday, and then today my money gets lost. Embu niambie hiyo ni kizungu gani inafanyika hapa? Wewe sio wenyewe umewatuma. And nikapelekwa Thika police station. Yes. And then sasa I am the first suspect. Wewe ndio unajua mahali pesa yangu.
My wife has become a suspect.
Niko na zinaitwa pingu,
mke wa mchungaji.
Mke wa mchungaji ameshika hata ile inanipea nini trauma. You see, ni hapo unaona hapo karibu na Thika level 5. Umewekwa pingu, you're working with policemen kwa street.
Watu wanakujua.
Yes, tu hadi mahali Thika police station iko. Watu wengine wanamjua, so wananijua. So I'm like, sasa wananiambia nataka mngondika.
It was painful because now the friend ananiambia mimi basi sina otherwise.
The only man who helped me is Reverend Kevin Ifrem wa JCC. That man,
may he live long.
Nilimpigia that time tulikuwa tunaenda JCC. Nikampigia nikamwambia, "Lev, mimi nimeshikwa." Hizo na kushikwa nikamexplainia. Give me some few minutes. I called some few people, then we see what to do. Akaniambia, "Are you sure you're very innocent?" Akamwambia, "Mimi I'm innocent 100%." After alipigia watu hapo ndipo nilifunguliwa, nikamwambia niende home. Sasa hii ndio imeanza hapa. Now the man is saying that we should pay him.
And we don't have
Tunamlipa na nini?
Wewe umeacha kugabu saa hiyo.
Ameacha kugabu.
Anangojea
8K ya bibi yake. Na ni 8K gani na unalipa nyumba 5,000. So no utoe tithe. I was a faithful tither. Unatoa 800 ya sio baki na 22. Mlijaza gas mtungeti ilikuwa kubwa ya 1300 imebaki na 700. Hiyo 700 sasa ndio mnaangalia juu hadi mandi ishe.
Hiyo chakula ndio kila kitu.
Things became hard.
Sasa hapo ndio tuliingia kwa madeni serious.
We got into debts. We could not pay our house for 8 months. 5,000.
So tulikuwa na deni ya 40K.
40K. Caretaker. You know God is a helper of men. Now here nimekuja nimeacha kungabo. Sasa nimesema acha ni focus na Mungu. Now I started living purely in faith. Now my wife is in the house, we're in the house. So I'm trying any business. It fails. Any business in a fail. I gave up with businesses, so I said that we trust in God. We are in the house with my wife together. We are not earning. We are not doing anything. The first month, the second month, 3 months, 4 months. So what happened? Within those months, I started falling sick.
Yes.
Now that is now where the part of the grave started. Now the house, I started falling sick. Every morning I woke up, I was sick. Every day I was sick. From 2018, to 2021 on September, I woke up sick every day
Yes.
in that house.
What was the problem?
I don't know.
But then before that, we also got into another problem that he was saying about Sisi after the wedding, you see, we also had a challenge with our best couple because they were being given other news about us, bad news. So immediately after the wedding, them tukashare na wao the hii issue ya 65,000. So they thought we were asking money from them. So wakatu mute, wakatunyamazia. You see? So what happened? Tukasema with these challenges, hatutaki kupata mtoto haraka. Itakuwa tulize. You see? So we said, let us look for a suitable family planning for us. And so we went for the 3 months injection. That one messed us. Have you heard of messing you people? That really messed us. It brought pain in our house. Na ikaleta shida ingine ya pesa. It brought a condition in me. Though nikiitumia sikuwa na shida, I was just okay. But immediately after nilisema sisi hii kitu sitaki tena, no, we are ready for the baby. I think 2020 wakati wa COVID ndio we were like, I think sasa tunaweza pata mtoto. Hii ikaleta shida ingine. So because ushakuwa mbaridi, so you can't conceive. Watu Gishagi sasa wamepata story za kusema. Gishagi, huyu ile mambo ameambiwa awe tena. Sijui ulikuwa unawadani. Haizi pata mtoto. Nimeitwa tasa. All those things. You see? But nikaanza kuenda niliza gynecologist. Kuonanga gyna using a lot of money. I breathed for a whole year. Non-stop.
From November to November.
Non-stop. I used to wear around 8 pads. 4 in the daytime and 4 in the evening. So 8. My husband and I, we didn't sleep with each other for a whole year, and sleeping on the same bed, nothing has gone. But
we didn't do sex for 1
year. Because
1 year.
How will you sleep with your wife?
No sex for 1 year.
Yes, and nothing changed because alifit kwa viatu zangu. So alijaribu kufita aje, if I was my wife, alafu nimfanye hivi angesikia aje. So alinibeba venye nilikuwa. So, and actually some of our friends didn't know about this story.
What caused this bleeding?
Hormonal imbalance.
Oh, that injection.
Yes, it really disturbed my hormone. We were not advised accordingly. You see? So, and then that's where I started gaining weight. Abnormal weight. Unaenda clinic, unapata kama kusema ulikuwa, I remember when I was getting married I was 57. So ukidunga unapata umeongeza 5, ingine umeongeza 60. Hizo vitu. Even if I find a lady sahi akisema anatumia 3 months injection, nitamketi. Nitashindwa nafanya nini?
Who advised you for that method?
It is us. She said we didn't have it. You see, we have disconnected with our best couple. Na tuwezi ambia mama. Tunaambia mama hadi stories zetu.
Sasa hiyo mambo tulifeel ni private.
Si tulifeel ni private.
You didn't go to seek for advice from a gyna?
Tungejuaje?
Si tunajua.
Unajua sisi tukifanya hiyo injection, mimi tunapotelea mashida. Juu mtoto akikuja sasa atakula. Sisi tunakosa chakula. So in our pursuit ya sisi tunapotelea mashida tujuu. Sasa huyu mtoto akikuja saa hii ataleta shida nyingine.
Yeah, so nikaanza.
So tukaona the best ni hii ya 3 months. Before tujue imemess up kile kitu.
So nikaanza kwenda kwa gyna, I booked clinics, nikaenda nikiwa hizo dawa zilikuwa expensive sana. Nikakunywa, nothing was changing. Hakuna kitu ilikuwa ina change. So nikaanza kupima fibroids. Sijui scans zingine zilikuwa na uchungu, wanaangalia kama niko na blocked fallopian tubes. Sina, niko tu sawa na sina fibroids. Wakiangalia hormones, zile dawa nimekunywa ziko sawa. Sahi hakuna kitu yenye iko na shida, but the bleeding was still there. So one day my husband told me, hata kama we messed up, this has become too much. And I don't think I can take this thing for so long. And so I started, umeweza kuona kama mtu nje. He was like, no, I want us to pray and pray about it.
Believe God.
So me I was like, "Hai, huyu Mungu tunamuombanga, si eti hatuombi, tunaombanga, tumeombewa na wachungaji, Mungu atupe mtoto." So me I was like, I'm not believing on this God again, hapana. So I was like, I'm that woman who had the issue of blood in the Bible. Yes, Mungu atasikia taniponya lakini mimi sio leo. So he was praying. My husband loves praying with Pastor Nganga. Was TV. He loves praying with him.
I love that.
So saa 8 nasikia wameomba na mchungaji kwa TV. Kwa TV he has caches. Nasikia mtume wameomba sana. And so I felt this urge to go to the washroom to relieve myself. Lakini bado kunanyesha. Nasikia kale kabaridi. Tuko tunakaa ground floor baridi. Au kanyumba kalikuwa kashetani. Baridi na kusonga. So nikasikia hapana, I must go to the washroom. Washroom unaenda wapi? Lazima upite nyumba 10 ndio ufike washroom. Si single rooms. So nikahamuka, but immediately after nilitoa miguu zote mbili chini, something so heavy fell. Yes, something fell in me from my private parts. It fell down. It was a very huge clot. And from that time, it didn't take me 2 months. I conceived.
Wow. Amen.
Yes, so some things they may look like physical. Sisi tungeishi kusema ni shindano. Of course, I know yes it contributed, but kuna mahali ikifika, it is no longer physical. Because you have visited the kind that are known in this country. These are the best. Like say we know Kenyatta, Aga Khan, they are the best hospitals. Sindio. So when you visit them and you don't see any other change, you look at the name of Jesus. So he called on the name of Jesus, and Jesus answered us.
And within 2 months, she got.
After that thing fell, after sikuenda washroom by the way. So I think it is the Lord who was commanding me. Of course, you can't pee on the bed. So it was the Lord who was telling me, get out of this bed. I want to deliver you. So I got out. And I was delivered. The next day, when I went to the bathroom,
whatever came out from your private, is it something physical you can see?
Yes, it's like a piece of meat.
It was very big.
Yes, it's like a piece of meat that you have bought from the butcher.
It was very big.
Yes, I took it, went and nikaitupa kwa washroom.
The next screamed. She screamed.
Yes, it was very painful as it was coming out.
She screamed. So nikiangalia akaniambia, oh, something fell for me. Oh.
As I went to the bathroom the next day, I had no blood, even a spot like this.
Na ikaisha mpaka.
Sikumaliza 2 months. Huyu alikuwa hiyo time amesonga bado anatafuta pesa. Ameenda na huku nina manga hapo naenda wapi? Ameenda kutafuta nyanya na roji. Ameenda kutafuta nyanya. And so I am feeling this kind of vomiting. Yani nasikia tu mwili yangu that time sasa nilikuwa kazi, nasikia vibaya. So nikasema acha nipitie hospitali. So nikaenda hospitali Thika. And sasa nikaelezea daktari akaniambia you're going for a pregnancy test. I was like, daktari hiyo hata usishindanie nayo. Hiyo siwezi pata. Akaniambia I am a professional, so I know what I'm doing. Si ulikuja tu haujui, acha nikutengeneze. So walipolipima akaniambia you're pregnant madam. Akamwambia kwa sure hiyo ni yangu. Hiyo sio yangu. Wewe uliza kama umejaribu.
Tulijaribu na my wife hiyo pregnancy test hiyo. Tulijaribu more than 10 times.
Kupima kila wakati unapima unapata hauna. Kila wakati so uko zile za. So hata hii nikamwambia maybe mwenye alikuwa kwa lab as confused. Alimeuma.
Unapima inakuwa negative.
Hatuna. Yaani hata unachoka.
Alisema ako positive.
Before that, anasema before. Yaani ashachoka.
So ndio unaona kama wewe una doubt daktari. Si tumeishi kupima imekataa.
So nikamwambia, mimi sasa hii ni venye amekosea. Akaniambia woman go home, I know you are stressed. Akaniuliza you married? Nikamwambia yes. Akaniambia basi tulia. So mimi bado na doubt. Do you know what I did? Nipitia kwa chemist. Ninjirudia kakitu kangu ka 50 bob, nyene na kenyewe home. So huyu ashaenda na manga kutafuta manyanya.
Tafuta nyanya huko usiku bana.
Unaona? So mimi nikaenda na kakitu kangu. Nikangojea yule nikujilipo kuja nikasema, mimi nione kama daktari alinicheza. So niko na daktari results na nataka kuangalia zangu. I'm telling you, after those 2 lines came, I really cried. Actually, I cried. Hata I did that kufurahia. I cried. I cried. So this is after 3 years. I cried. Sasa nikaanza kusema ama nisimwambie ni mgoje akuje. Nikaanza kusema hapana. Yaani you're crying, you're excited, unashindwa ufanye nini? So nikampigia. Akaniambia wewe ngoja tuko na watu tunatafuta nyanya. Yaani nyanya ndizo tunafunga huko.
Acha mambo nyingi. Ni kwanza ni pesa na nipisha. Mwambie kwanza wacha mambo nyingi.
Umalize nilikupea. Kwanza wachana na nyanya wewe. Ananiambia hapana. Irudi kimisa hizi. Nitangoja nyingine 3 hours. Ngojea kwanza nifunge nyanya. Namwambia hapana. You have to listen to them. Basi ongea na usikue ni pesa, bado pesa haijaingia. Nikamwambia I'm pregnant. Naambia mchezo zingine mimi sitakangi. Sasa hivi niko na stress ya pesa, unaniambia uko.
Naleta mchezo kwa crowd.
Uko na mimba umetoa wapi? Namuuliza kwani ninakuwa kwa nani? You see? So alikamtumia kangu. Kamwambia nao confirm. After alienda kumpikia, ambia wewe, kuna matanga ya nani? Sasa mwenye alichukua kwanza kuna matanga ya nani? Nikamuuliza ati matanga ya nani? Bwana wako hapa analia. So I was like, after he has seen, he started crying. So the other people thought ni vile nimemwambia kuna mtu amekufa. So ananiuliza matanga ni ya nani? Namuuliza hakuna matanga. So mwenye alikuwa na hizo nilimwambia, nikamwambia ni vile tu nimemwambia niko na mimba.
Wow.
So when he came akaniambia, "Embu unajua hata niliambiwa stupe hiyo kakitu hadi nikuje nikaone." So alikaa guess 2 days ama ni 1 akapata bado nimeka preserve. Mwambie ona see what the Lord has done.
Jesus.
Man of God. For that 1 year, you had no sex with your wife.
Yes.
You were sleeping together in the same bed.
Yes.
You didn't get to a point ukasema,
I got to that point. It's not easy. No, we are young.
Yes.
Our marriage is fresh
in marriage.
And I'm like, oh Jesus, what will I do? What will I do? You know, one of God. You know, we are men.
Yes.
And men are men.
And flesh and blood.
And flesh and blood. So I'm like, this woman, we can't sleep with her because this thing, it can't be. It can't work. You can't sleep with a breeding woman.
Yeah.
So now this is not the normal breeding ya 4 days. Ama 1 week.
Yeah.
Ama 2 weeks. So this time, tumeenda kwa Kaina, akatuma moya, tukaenda kwa Dr. Joroge, akaenda wapi. Madaktari wamesema hata wao fibroids hakuna. So I'm like, okay, I'm a man of God. I fear God, but this thing is too much.
Yeah.
Man of God, one day I woke up at night. Nasema hii sasa kitu imeleta shida. Sirali na bibi yangu, sijui nifanye nini, sijui niende wapi. I pray to God and Lord, give me grace because I don't know what I will do. So, what God gave me grace was grace for prayer. Every time I felt an urge to sleep with my wife, I don't know what was happening. A grace came, I don't know where it came from. I know it was from God. I started praying. I would pray for 5 hours every night. Mpaka siku moja kiateka akakuja kusikiza kwani naongeanga lugha gani ama ni watu naitanga. Akakuja siku moja akasikiza hivi kwa mlango. Akashindwa. Mpaka siku moja akaita bibi yangu akamuuliza kwani bwanangu hapa ana mashida nyingi aje?
Aliuliza kwani wewe bwana yako kwani anakuanga na nini juu? Kwani anaambianga mtu Mungu nini? Unajua he speaking in tongues. So kiateka hajui hizo ni nini. So kwani
yeye anaombeanga.
Mimi anaombeanga na tu hivyo.
For 5 hours. I prayed for 5 hours every night for 1 year. Kiateka kama kuuliza ni nini mzee wako anaombeanga? Mpaka siku moja kiateka akatuletea nyama. Kidhani ni mashida ya chakula.
But they give me akanipea 202 liters of soda.
Kiateka na kutoka hapo akakuwa anafikia tu sana. Akaanza kulita pasta.
He thinks ni mashida za kama
kuna
pesa.
Wakati nililia Mungu usiku ni mashida. Unajua sasa I want you to see this scene. My wife is sick and I don't have money. So mashida ya sex imeshikana na mashida ya pesa. Hiyo itamaliza mwanaume. You know, sex is a reliever. Biologically, sex is a reliever.
Yes.
It relieves stress. Actually, when you have stress, when you sleep with your wife, biological or medical wanasemanga you are relieved. Sasa hapo ukipata stress, kama utazipeleka kwa bwana, zinakumaliza.
Haukuwahi fikiria kutoka nje.
You know, man of God, me when I love somebody, I love them. I'm not that guy that is moved by many things. Me, I'm telling you, I understand. It was tough. It was tough. But I prayed to God to give me grace. So God turned out my sexual urge into prayer. I was praying, I was praying, I was watching, I was praying, I was praying. And I'm telling you, those prayers really helped me not to think of evil things. Of sleeping with another woman.
Yes.
And I didn't think of that because every time I was praying, I really prayed, by the way. I really prayed.
I want to give you an opportunity to speak to men out there.
Mhm.
Maybe as you're having this conversation,
Mm.
there's a couple who could be going through the same thing you were going through. And that man is feeling like, now this is too much. I will walk out and I'll go and get a girl. Talk to that man.
Marriage is an institution of accountability. You love your woman the moment she can't give you what you need, and you still have an opportunity to love her. Myself and my wife got to a point whereby my wife can't be a woman in the house in terms of sex. And to a point I felt this woman is too much. I can't live with her. Things are too hard. But you see, when marriage is founded on integrity, that marriage will overcome every test. To us, it was a test. It was a test of integrity. It was a test of love. And you see, these vows we make to each other, they are very powerful. You who is listening to me as a man, and you're going through such issues, there is no sex in marriage, maybe there's a sickness, maybe there's a problem, I'm telling you, it is possible. You can stay without sex in marriage. And that happens on a platform of understanding your partner. Because let me tell you something, if you praise yourself in the shoes of your wife, you will understand that woman. You need to understand your wife, you need to understand your husband. If this man has no strength to sleep with you, maybe he is diabetic and he has an issue, you have to understand your husband. And if you are there, let me tell you something, you don't solve a problem with a problem. You can't do that. Because, for instance, if I went and slept with another woman and maybe by mistake the woman gets pregnant, today we have a beautiful daughter called Wamboi because of waiting upon the Lord. If I went to another woman and the woman becomes pregnant and then God answers my prayer on the other side, now I will have two daughters at the same time, but from different women, which is now I have a problem outside and I have a problem in the house, which I can't solve. Let me tell you something. Be patient with your partner. The only advice I can give any man or any woman listening to me, do not base your love on what your wife can offer you. No, base your love on the promises and the vows you made to your partner. It's not about what she can. Because a point gets in life whereby what she said or what she can give, she can't give anymore. But the only thing that keeps that marriage, it is the patience to the vows you made to each other. I think that is what I can tell them.
Wow. True.
Because we have to base our marriage on the vows and the promises we made to each other, not what I can offer to that woman. That is what kept me.
Wow.
The vows I made on the altar by telling her for worst and for the better. For better and for worse. And I kept those vows because the Lord was watching over those vows if I broke them. Imagine it is after 1 year, my wife got pregnant. I think it took patience. It took the love for my wife and the love for God and the fear of the Lord. I'm telling you, every couple is kept by the fear of the Lord.
Yes.
Wow. All this time, that whole year, what was coming to your mind when you start thinking about your husband and then you can't even have sex with him?
You see, for me, I think it's a different thing. Because from day one that we got married, I have never ever thought of my husband cheating. I have never. You see, my husband interacts with ladies more than I. Hata tulikuja singles meeting, utapata namwambia twende home, but you find kuna wasichana kama 20 wanataka kumuona. So mimi personally, what I do, I know my husband fears God. If not for anything else, you know, even if he chooses to cheat on me, he cannot cheat on God. And if I put that thing in my mind because I'm not sleeping with my husband, he's sleeping with another woman outside there. It's a lie of the enemy trying to bring something that is not good in me. You see? So one thing, personally, I trust my husband. And the reason why I trust him, not because he doesn't have feelings. No, he's a man with flesh and blood. The only reason why I trust my husband is because he fears God. Nothing else. So hakuna siku ati ningefikiria nione huyu mtu anaweza nicheat. Kama huyu mtu anaogopa Mungu, aki haezi toka. But if he was that man who doesn't fear God, aki nakwambia hata ningetoka. Juu hata kama hangekuwa anafanya hivyo, ningekuwa bado ninaona huyu jamaa kuna venye ananicheat. If he tells me I'm meeting someone in town and then he leaves, sitamfuata. You see, sex is something that can destroy your life. Dakika tu moja, it messes everything. So hata akitoka 20 minutes na hapo arudi kama hata hakuna mtu ameenda mahali, mimi sijui, lakini Mungu anajua. So that fear of fearing God alone has made me never to doubt this man. I don't doubt my husband.
Wow.
Even if he goes maybe kwa missions, like another day was in Chogole, alikuwa ananiambia, "Wale kama niko na mtu," namwambia, "Uko na Mungu huko, ulibeba tu Mungu peke yake." I know there are some other there, but mwenye yako tu huko ni Mungu.
Amen.
You see, I mingle with some ladies ananiambia, "Unashindanga ukituambia ati uogopangi basi." Huko sasa unajua na mume wako na wanawake na wako na wanaume. Lakini kuna mtu mwingine akosangi katikati yao na ni Mungu.
Wow.
So if you get a man who fears God, aki usiwahi. Unajua kuna ile kufia, yani you see, hata sio fake. You see? So if you see your man fears God, that man is 100%. Unajua of course kuna ile ya kujifanya. But mimi I can confirm before this camera, my husband fears God.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
And the big question I'm posing to you as a couple, can your husband, can your wife testify about the love of God for you? Pause and think about that. Do you really love God? Do you fear God? Can your spouse say, because of the kind of life I have seen my spouse live, I know and I am sure that this person loves God? Guys, you know we cannot be able to finish your story.
Very true.
Very true. You guys, have you ever thought of writing down a book?
No,
Because you guys need to write a book about this. You need to write the story about your journey.
Wow.
Because right now the time is already up.
Yeah.
And hata hatujafika nusu. And so we'll have
story is
to
long.
cut it there.
Yeah.
And then I have to look for some time.
Yeah.
You guys come back that we can continue with this story.
Wow.
It's a powerful testimony and you're such an encouragement to people out there. You know, you are an encouragement even to young people who are not yet married. They can say, if these people have made it, even us will make it.
Wow.
So thank you so much, guys, for coming.
Yeah.
And we are going to plan very soon.
Yeah.
You guys come back, we continue. We have not talked about how you guys balance work, ministry, and family, the issue of parenting, how you're raising your kids, you know, all these things. And so we need to create some time and you come back, we continue from there.
Wow.
But before then, there's something we always do when we are like saying kwaheri to couples here.
Yeah.
And so I want to give you an opportunity, nataka muangaliane. Vizuri, shika mkono. Turn. And I want to give you free airtime to speak to each other words that will come from deep within your hearts. Yes, go ahead. Who'll start? You're the one who started this thing.
Women in front.
So thank you Han for believing in me. Hata kama ulifanya ningoje, singoji milele. So thank you for having me, thank you for loving me, thank you for believing in me, and thank you for being the best husband that I ever prayed for. And thank you for being the best father to our daughter and to those who are coming. And thank you for also believing that God can do it for us. It is the Lord who started our marriage and is the one who will call it to an end when that time comes. That is when the Lord says, it is only death that can do you part. So only that thing that the Lord that said death that will do us part, and it's not now, many years to come. We said we can't wait to have our 100 years date, and I am looking forward to that day. And this is the last day which really connected me to you. Never cease, never stop doing the work of the Lord, because in Him your destiny and our destiny is protected. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you for loving me and believing in me. You know, one of the outstanding character that you have proven for the 5 years is resilience. You are that woman that every man needs to achieve destiny. Every visionary, every man with a destiny equals such a woman like you. So thank you for believing with me without even a coin. I didn't have suit when you came to me, but you loved me the way I was. You know, you believed in me, not only by saying it, by showing it. You gave me money. You bought me clothes.
Yeah.
You bought me shoes. You bought me many things. And that is a language of faith because you believed in me. So thank you for believing in me and loving me. Even for 5 years, you know, things have not been easy for us. We have still fought. We have slayed giants. You know, we have believed in each other. And it gives me great encouragement to know that I have somebody beside me who believes in me. Even when the world is against me, even when people are fighting me, and all those things happening, you still stand out to be the person that I can trust. So I love you. I love you so much, Mama Amboy, and I will keep loving you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for becoming a great mother for my daughter, to my daughter.
Thank you.
The Lord bless you,
Amen.
and I love you.
I love you too.
Huku ni mapenzi and the Lord is good. Mimi nazuia ufanyiwe hivyo. So thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your time. We feel honored having you here.
Yeah.
And as I said, soon we are calling you back.
We are ready.
Continue
We are
from
ready.
there.
We are
Thank you so much. How can people connect with you? Maybe there are people who are watching us that would love even to visit your church. Where is your church? How can they connect you with your social media platforms and all that? Kindly.
Our church is in Thika Town.
Yeah.
A building called Stadview Apartment is opposite Ketia Supermarket or opposite Stadium on the town side.
Yes.
There is a place whereby people take tea or beside, what do we call this? EcoBank. EcoBank. So if you want to connect with us via Facebook, my name in Facebook is Patrick Prosper. My wife is called Grace Prosper. So, and then if you want to connect with us direct through our phone number, can you give our phone number?
Yes, that's okay.
Our phone number is 0745 338 494. 07. This is now my personal number, 0745 338 494. For prayers, for counseling, not for any other thing, kusema mambo nyingi, hii ni maombi tu na counseling. 0745 338 494. Your number, please.
0746 93 8323. And we also have a page, Believers Walk of Faith Church Thika, in Facebook. Please follow us.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
The Lord bless you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And carry our love. Msalimiane Thika sana. Asanteni sana. Wow. I feel like crying, but it is well. That has been a journey. And for sure, if that cannot be called a walk of faith, then I don't know what I can call it. That is the real walk of faith. They started from nothing, and God has entrusted them now with big things, including sons and daughters. Who is like our God? It is only Him who can change those things. Seems like they are unchangeable. And so even in that marriage, maybe you've been going through struggles, you've been going through hardships, and you're feeling like this cannot work. The Prospers, they are a witness and a testimony that the Lord is able. Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Willie Kinyash. I'm a doctor now. I'm undisputed. And if this is your first time to be here, kindly make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kwa heri ya kuonana. See you.